Hello friends, it's Sarah from Sweet Scents from the Dollhouse. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If you're returning Waxie, as always, welcome back. And I hope you have been enjoying these installments of Diary Relics. Today I am bringing you a fragrance oil haul. This is the very first time I have ordered from this particular supplier. This is Nature's Garden. When I first started doing all of my research and getting lost in like the dark corners of Reddit and Craft Server and all of these different places trying to get as much information as humanly possible, of course there was tons of threads on what are the best fragrance oil suppliers. And just like anything else, just like different indie wax, Scentsy wax, even Bath & Body Works, like fragrance is subjective. From one person to the next, somebody could say, oh, I really love Nature's Garden Mac Apple. And the next person could say, yeah, I ordered that once and it sucked. So it's really hit or miss. And I was hoping to find or unlock some sort of secret. You know, I'm like, screw it. Skip all of the wasted money and the testing. There has got to be a list somewhere on the internet. You can find something for everything on the internet. There's got to be a list of every single fragrance oil supplier and every single fragrance oil that is worth spending money on. I wanted to skip buying duds. So within these Craft Server threads, I'm like, okay, somebody give me the key, unlock the secrets for me so we can just fast forward to the good part and me not having to waste so much money on garbage. But unfortunately, it doesn't exist, and that is just part and parcel of being an indie vendor and getting into this business. Is you win some, you lose some. If I had even $1 for every fragrance oil ounce sample that is a miss for me, I'd be a rich woman. But that being said, I have found some gems along the way so far. The other reason this particular haul is a little near and dear to my heart is for any of my regular subscribers. If you remember something called Rondicon, yeah, this is what I did with the money that she paid me back. I'm like, you know, something good is going to come out of this situation one way or the other. I gained about 60 or 70 brand new subscribers from that disaster, as well as I took the money that she gave me back and I put it into my business. So at the end of the day, it's all good. And once I create a kick-ass product, you guys can thank Rondicon for that. Anyhow, without further ado, let's get into this. This is interesting. Love that we get a clear invoice, marked paid, all of my info up here. That's just my Connects address, so I'm not worried about showing that on the internet. I love the size of this invoice. It's clear, large print, and as I go through this, I am going to check them off and make sure that I received all of the correct ones. Also, great discounts here. Okay, so the majority of the time, one fluid ounce of fragrance oils at Nature's Garden is $2.65, but I believe it's if you purchase more than 10, you save 50 cents off. And then same thing with the 16 fluid ounce fragrance oils. If you purchase 5 or more, you save $1 per 16 ounce. So my subtotal was $357.78. The shipping is UPS ground with a 30% discount, so I only paid $13.59 for this ginormous box. The box itself isn't even really that big, but it's super heavy. I saved $33 with the combined discounts here, for a grand total of $338.37. So, love this. Bear with me. I'm going to check off my invoice at the same time. Look at this. They sent me a rose. And the fragrance is Nature's Garden Clean Breeze type. Thank you for your order. I usually prefer when they actually send you a fragrance oil sample that I can put in wax, but hey, that's cute. Very pretty. It's very light. But again, I don't know. It's a wooden flower, so I don't know how well the fragrance oil absorbs into that. Perhaps not the best way to display the potency of your fragrance oils, because that smells really weak and doesn't entice me to place an order for that by any means. But anyhow, let's get into this. Lots of super thick packing paper. You wouldn't want one of these to break in transit, trust me. This is crazy amount of fragrance oils. We might have to do this in 2 different parts. Wow. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 ounce bottles. And I have tons of 1 ounce testers. So let's start with the 1 ounce testers. You'll have to come back for part 2, or maybe even 3, to see about those 16 ounce testers. So far so good. I don't see any leaks happening. They come in plastic bottles, which I'm okay with as well. The first one is Clean Fresh Cotton. Very nice. I don't get that, it's not acetone. Some of the cheaper fragrance oils, I don't even know exactly what it is these middlemen cut it with, but sometimes it's almost got like an alcohol, this like strange, whatever they cut it with, it stinks. It's like alcohol. I don't get it at all with this one. Clean, fresh cotton. Like that. I would likely consider repurchasing that in a 16 ounce, but again, this is an out of the bottle sniff. That opinion could totally change once I put it into my wax. So let's check that one off. Clean, fresh cotton. And I totally understand if you are a waxy who's totally not interested in fragrance oil hauls. The reason being that I do this is for anybody who is looking for information on these fragrance oils. For anyone who was like me and had no freaking clue where to start. And I went online and very few, like I mean very few YouTubers are actually uploading and showing their hauls and their thoughts and their first impressions. So I totally understand for my regular waxies, if this isn't your cup of tea, no problemo. But I'm hoping to do this to share my experience and my knowledge, and if I can make it easier for the next person who decides to take this leap, all the better. So Koufax cornbread. That's definitely a cornbread, that's for sure. Almost has like a cereal kind of vibe out of the bottle as well. I will have to pour that into wax. But I'm pretty sure that's good. So far, I'm going to make, just as always, a keep pile or one that I'm not going to pour into wax. If you've watched any of my other hauls, that's typically what I do. I'm like, love it, going to pour it and test it, or maybe pile, and then I always do a it's not worth wasting my wax pile. And even that, I shouldn't say that. I should really try all of them in like a small quantity of some sort, because they always say you can never tell out of the bottle. You have to pour it into your wax and actually test it, because it changes so much once you put it into an application. This is Nature's Garden Baby Powder Fabuloso type. I have no idea what this is. Here in Canada, we don't have the product Fabuloso, so I have nothing to compare it to personally, as well as I didn't know that they did a baby powder. I thought it was just lavender, so that's interesting. Holy Hannah Batman. That will definitely be going into wax, and I can think of at least 2 vendors off the top of my head that use that in some of their blends. That's awesome, and it's super strong. The next one I picked up is homemade cheesecake. Cheesecake and I are sometimes not friends. We'll see. Yeah. I really don't like cheesecake on its own. Once it's blended with stuff, it makes sense, but just the cheesecake fragrance oil on its own is not my favorite. This one is very, very, very light. Let's put that in a maybe pile. I was anticipating that to be much stronger. Nature's Garden Cashmere and Silk type. This is a dupe of a laundry product. What is it? Downy, I think. Downy does cashmere and silk. I don't know. It's definitely cashmere and silk, but it's very light as well. So I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. Then we just have clean type. I've been watching, well, as I was placing this order, I was watching a lot of sachet-isms videos on YouTube before bed and late at night. So I think perhaps sachet-isms influenced a vast majority of this haul because I'm hauling tons of clean scents here. That's nice. Clean and not like laundry clean, not lemon clean. It's almost like fresh air and, oh, what's the other word I'm thinking of? Yeah, it's more of like a really light floral. Love that one. So let's check these off. Cashmere and homemade cheesecake. Okay, so let's dig into this next bundle here. Lavender flowers. I kind of have a love for a particular supplier with their selection of lavender I'm pretty committed to, but I want to try every single lavender out there from every supplier before I make up my mind. That one's nice. It's more of like an herbal floral, not a super strong herbal lavender. I'll definitely experiment with that one. Country Clothesline. See, this haul had sachet-isms written all over it. Oh, that's beautiful. Love that. Country Clothesline is a fragrance oil that's available from, I'm pretty sure every supplier carries Country Clothesline. It's difficult for me though because I order I only order phthalate-free fragrance oils. So a supplier might have the scent that I'm looking for. There are several suppliers before now that I tried to order Country Clothesline from, but 3 of them had the fragrance oil, but it had phthalate in it. We have Creamy Coconut. Ooh, that's beautiful. Light though. Man, oh man. Not something that I would pour on its own, but this would make a pretty good mixer. I'm just worried that because it's so light, it might get lost in a blend. But we'll try it anyways. Now I'm getting nervous. Like, some of these are really light, and I ordered 16-ounce bottles. Lavender Luxury. I was really excited about this one. Doesn't smell very luxe to me. It's a nice lavender scent, but not what I was hoping for. Still going to pour it, and I'm still pretty committed to my vendor for other lavenders. I'm not saying that Nature's Garden lavender is bad by any means. It's good. I'm still going to pour it. I'm still going to test it. But I think I'm 99% positive I know the supplier I'll be getting all of my lavender fragrance oils from. The only crappy thing about it is their shipping is wicked expensive. So go figure. This is Viva La Juicy. This is another one I've tried to order from multiple suppliers, but I haven't been successful because most of them that I found thus far has phthalates in it. Ooh, very, very, very close. That is a very good Viva La Juicy dupe. It is light. I will pour it anyways. Next one is Cranberry Balsam. I've been in the mood lately, and this is really forward thinking. Right now as I film this, it is August 1st, the first week of August. I'm nowhere close to Christmas, but hey, why not start trying? Oh, that's really good. The cranberry and the balsam blend really well together. It's not a tart cranberry, or it might have been, but that balsam kicks in. Cranberry is the top note, the balsam comes in and rounds it out ever so beautifully at the bottom. Like that. Wish it was a lot stronger, but we'll see how it does once it's in wax. I ordered Earl Grey tea. Very light, like nearly no scent at all. Macintosh Apple. Not good. Bummer. That's another one. That's probably the worst Mac Apple I have ordered thus far. And I've tried 5 or 6 different companies, so that's a letdown. Where are we at? Lemon lavender. Okay, Nature's Garden, don't let me down. Lemon lavender is strong. This should be so strong, it knocks me over. Let's see how we go. Not strong at all. Not strong at all. Like, yeah, I think I'd be better off mixing my own lemon lavender. Actually, this was the maybe pile, right? This is the downright no, not even worth putting it in wax pile. We got Lavender Mint Wow. Oh, my 16-ounce bottles better not be like this. This isn't bad, but like the lavender's so weak out of the bottle, you can't even tell that it's there. But I don't want to be too hard on these because time and time again, I originally read this on one of the threads that you never really know until you pour it into the product, and it cures. There's people in these threads who are saying, you know, I've had this fragrance oil sitting at my house for 6 months and I thought it was garbage. And just because I was pouring one day and just so happened to have like 4 or 5 ounces that was already melted and whatever, I tossed it in, closed it up, 2 or 3 weeks later, come back to it, and it smells amazing. Once you put it into an application and that fragrance oil has a chance to morph and mesh with whatever else you're blending it with, it very well could surprise me, so I shouldn't be so harsh. This one is Linen Breeze. Ooh, that's very pretty. Very pretty. Another one that I wouldn't pour all on its own, but I could mix that and come up with some pretty fantastic blends. Orange Soda Pop. Oh, that's good. Yep, love that. Definite true orange soda pop and effervescent. Not too effervescent. Could probably use a little bit more fizz, but out of the bottle, it's good in my books. We have Mango Sorbet. Very nice. Very nice. Like that. And this just like, this goes to show is like every scent is totally different. And, you know, not all of them can be winners. This one is Lemon Meringue Pie. I forgot that I'm wearing makeup and it just totally rubbed my eye. Oh, that's good. Woo! Yep, equal parts creamy lemon. I think I would, in all likelihood, add a little bit to this, like a hint of pie crust. Because I'm not getting the pie, but the lemon meringue is awesome. That might be my favorite one so far. Where are we at for time? 22 minutes and 42 seconds. All right, let's do a couple more, and then we're going to break for part 2. This one is French Lavender. Ooh, very herbal, very strong. I would definitely order that one again. Well done. Funnel cake. I have yet to find a funnel cake that I like. This is really good. And it's not as weak as some of the other ones, like this homemade cheesecake. That's very good. What did they send me, like crappy ones in the first bag, and now all the winners are coming out. So that's it, folks. Stay tuned for part 2 of Diary Relics, my very first Nature's Garden fragrance oil haul. Thanks so much for watching.